Hey everybody, welcome to Cartooning in Place. My name is Mark Fiore and I do the daily cartoon with KQED called Drawn to the Bay. And since we're all spending a lot more time at home sheltering in place, I thought, why not create Cartooning in Place? We can spend a little time together drawing, learning how to draw, learning how to cartoon. Whether you already know how or if you just want to learn and have fun, this is the place to be. So let's spend some time together drawing. Let's get started. Okay, so the cartoons we're going to be doing, I'm just going to be doing them on regular copy paper. You don't have to use anything fancy. With a pencil, we could even use crayons. I stole these crayons from my kids. Lego Batman pencil. Charcoal I stole from the fire pit in the fireplace. That's a nice line. We can draw stuff with this later. That's just charcoal. It's lying around. It's a little messy, but it's fun to draw with. The cartoons that I do with KQED here, I generally specialize in political cartoons. That's what I've done pretty much my whole career. And these cartoons that I'm doing with KQED, I am doing everything from cartoons that are based around science, which we have a lot of these days. There's a lot in the news about science, as you know. There's a lot in the news about society and economics and all kinds of stuff that we can dig deeper into as we progress in these videos. I've been drawing this guy a lot. The little coronavirus boogeyman flying around here. I've been drawing a lot of doctors, since there's so many doctors that we're hearing about that are helping people and trying to figure out a cure to this thing. One thing I'm also doing a lot of are masks. And one thing that I'm finding, it's really hard to show expressions on people when they wear masks. So one thing that I do, sometimes with color, I'll show just a hint of an expression or a face. And then we'll go in and draw some scrubs, that kind of thing. And most of my cartoons that I'm doing are in color. So this would be kind of a matching, scrub to the mask in there too. The other person I've been drawing a lot of, not because he lives around here or comes here that often, is the president. Because a lot of what he's doing has an impact on our country and really the world in some ways. Not to mention, he's a very fun caricature to draw. And I'll do a whole series of caricatures that we can work on too. And he's got his big chin like that. So that's our quick version of Donald Trump. And he always likes a really long tie. That's one of the keys of drawing Donald Trump. And he has kind of a big slope like that. So we'll come back and draw him later. But to do all this kind of drawing, you need to start with the basics. And so for today, let's just start, again, very simply with something called a circle. We all know how to draw circles. It doesn't have to be perfect. Look, it's not a perfect circle. That's a little better, but either one is fine. So everybody knows how to draw a smiley face, right? Can all draw smiley faces like that. But that's kind of the typical smiley face we see. Sometimes you see little things there, little like cuteness lines, I call them. But what you can do, this is one of the most simple, fun things that you can do with the circle and lines and dots of a smiley face. What if we want to make this character younger? You make that smiley face younger, and maybe even turn it into a baby. So the way that you can do that, look at this. I won't even add all the hair and the cute little mouth and the ears and stuff. It's basically the position of the eyes helps age a character. So if your eyes are up higher, it's older. If your eyes are lower, it makes it younger. Because if you think of what a baby really looks like, they have a lot of forehead, a lot of that cute head that you pat with your hand or smell. So in this case, you can drop these eyes and it makes it younger, or a baby. The other thing you can do, so let's do the alternative. There's our circle. It's not even a good circle. And what if we raise those eyes up? If you raise those eyes up, makes it older. And let's kind of use that mistake. Bob Ross, I know, called them happy accidents, but I don't know whether I call them, what do you call them? Should we call it a Mark mistake? Something like that? We'll come up with something. Anyway, we can turn that into hair. Into more hair. See? So it's like, oh, we meant to do that. We meant to break that line there. Eyes are up, and then as people get older, their face tends to elongate. So their nose can be a little longer, and their mouth gets farther from their eyes. It drops down like that. And to make them even older, what do older people have? You start to get wrinkles. Especially that's like one of the first places you might get wrinkles from all that talking people do. You get lines kind of dropping from the nose to your mouth. And then we can put our ears up a little higher. And so that's our older person. And we can get even older if you want. And we're still starting with that simple shape of a circle. And the eyes up higher. Let's draw an older lady with her hair up in a bun. And maybe she's got earrings there. And a little nose. And her mouth is way down here. And she's a kindly old lady. And you could even give her a little chin. So that's kind of one of the most simple things you could do. Remember, it just starts with the circle, like that. And you can just move it around in different places. Another thing that's really fun to do is show motion. Again, let's start with our circle. Oh, that's a really bad circle. Okay, circle like that. Wow, from that to that, I'm pretty happy with myself. Anyway, let's start with this circle. How do we make that circle look like it's levitating? I can do that with one, maybe two lines. There, circle's floating, and because you have a shadow, you can base things on where the shadow is. Let's make that circle look like it's moving forward. So just look at that circle with this. You can make it look like it's going forward, and then to make it even more convincing, you can do a little bounce. And some lines. And then instantly, when you have an object, even a circle or whatever you want to make, an object in front of the shadow, it makes it look like it's moving forward. If it's right over it, like this, it's sort of levitating. Maybe it's coming down or something, but it's not. We know it's not going side to side. You can have that circle going backwards. Going the other way. Bonk, bonk. Like that. Okay, now what if we do something weird? Because cartoons are about doing things weird and funny. That's not a ball. It's a baby. Anyway, we can do all kinds of fun stuff with cartoons. So I'm glad you guys are here. It's a happy baby, and his body is right behind his head, I'm sure. So anyway, let's have lots of fun together doing this while we're sheltering in place at home, staying home, doing fun stuff like this. Learning things online, learning things just on our own with paper and pen, or charcoal. Oh, that's another fun thing. Okay, before we go, let's make this one last fun thing. Okay, then we'll go. With a little smudge, I don't know if that shows up on the video, but this is my charcoal from the barbecue or from the fire pit. You can make stuff look like it's moving. It's like little fast zip lines, just like that. So anyway, let's do more of this. And it's been great having you here, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. So if there's anything you'd like to see me draw, or anything you'd like to learn how to draw yourself, or if there's any drawings you've been doing that you would like to share with us, send them in an email to cartoons@kqed.org, and maybe we can show them here. This is Mark Fiore saying thank you very much for joining me here on Cartooning in Place. See you next time. Bye.